What's up, everybody? I'm LasersGo. Welcome back to the channel. It's my second video upload of the day, but this is something I feel like I needed to make. Any of you know me outside of YouTube, follow me on Twitter, or just know me in real life, you'll know I'm a huge soccer fan. And today, I guess technically yesterday, USA did something so embarrassing that it's one of the major disappointments of my life in as being a soccer fan. That is missing out on the World Cup in 2018. Now, it's the first World Cup in my lifetime that they've missed, and it's hard to process because you just think, yeah, United States, we're going to qualify for the World Cup. If you look at the teams in the CONCACAF qualifying group, there's no way they shouldn't qualify for it. And I don't want to, it sounds so arrogant, like so soccer snobbish, but like you just expect the United States to get there. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a rant, recap, review or whatever of that game against Trinidad. And honestly, if you aren't someone that likes listening to someone just be angry at a group of professional athletes for a few minutes, you should probably click off the video now. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Let's start from the top. We'll head down. Sunil Gulati, president of US Soccer. You need to go, man. You need to go. First off, you fired Jurgen Klinsmann, and if that was the right choice, we'll never know, because in my opinion, and in the opinion of other people I've seen, Jurgen would have got us to Russia in 2018. Look where we're at now. We're going to be sitting at home watching the World Cup. Fired Jurgen Klinsmann, and your solution to fixing the national team and getting us to the World Cup was to bring back Bruce Arena. I don't think I saw much positive reaction to Bruce Arena being hired, and God knows he should be fired now. But that's not all. I mean, the structure of the United States soccer system, it can all be changed, but you have to start from the top down. You know, the youth development, the focus that they give on youth, he needs to go. And then, like I said, Bruce Arena, you need to go too. I was willing to give Bruce Arena a chance at turning this around, maybe making the United States respectable. But the best thing that could ever have happened to Bruce Arena was Christian Pulisic landing in his lap. Because honestly, that man did nothing else. What else did he do that Jurgen Klinsmann did not do? What did he innovate? There's nothing about the way that the team played that I saw that was different, other than they had someone who actually was world-class talent on their team. Christian Pulisic was the only reason Bruce Arena looked good, because he was single-handedly winning the United States games. Bruce Arena, great MLS coach. Let's be real. The MLS Cups of the Galaxy, great MLS coach. Should never be anywhere near the national team ever again. Get him out of here. I don't want to see him near the national team. I don't want to hear about him staying on past the end of the week. I want to see him gone now. I'd rather see him gone right after the game. You missed the World Cup? You're the United States coach? Get out of here. And this is what bothers me, that he said there doesn't need to be changes. Sunil Gulati said that. We don't need to make changes because the ball hit the post one way and not the other way. Guess what? Yes, you do, because you shouldn't be in the position to have to win in the last game of qualifying for the World Cup to get there. You shouldn't be in that position ever. You should have already have qualified. You should have been safe. Mexico was safe. Costa Rica was safe. Why couldn't we be safe? At least been safe to at least go to the intercontinental qualifying round or playoff round or whatever it's called. But guess what? You couldn't even do that. Two teams. There were two teams. All they had to do was win to leapfrog you. All you had to do was tie to get to the playoff round at least. And guess what you did? You shit the bed. So the fact that they're saying there doesn't need to be changes, that's so up. It's not me. It wasn't my fault. That's what it sounds like. And I don't care what their statement said of we take full responsibility, no one to blame but ourselves. You're right, no one to blame but yourselves. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be fired. I hate calling for people to lose their jobs too. Don't get me wrong. I don't like when people lose their jobs. But in this situation, when you're given a clear objective and you don't fulfill that objective, why should you be in that job? Why should you have the job? Why did they fire Jurgen Klinsmann, who got them to a World Cup, who, was in basically the same position? He had the team in the position to get to the World Cup. He had some bad performances. Why is it that now that you've had a bad performance on the biggest possible stage, you don't deserve to be fired? Don't understand that logic at all. Next, let's get to the pool of players. I'm just going to go to my Twitter here real fast. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me. It's going to be up here on the screen. But I'm going to go to my Twitter here real fast. And there's a very emotional reaction I had yesterday. So we're just going to go through a timeline of what I was saying about this. At the point where the United States was down 1-0, I said, it's always a disappointment with the United States. Fate in their own hands, start to choke, hope we can back into the World Cup after this. I still had a little bit of hope. I was really upset. Said, the United States is lucky that the two teams that could hurt them are also trash. Look how wrong I was about that. And that's how I could tell exactly where it all turned. I swear to God, this damn national team. If we miss the World Cup, Bruce Arena got to go. I've been saying that forever, so it's not a surprise if you know me. United States are out of the World Cup. What an embarrassment. Fired Klinsmann for this, United States is an embarrassment. Throw the whole team out, except Christian Pulisic. Bunch of bums. I retweeted someone, said, everyone is too complacent. That goes especially for Bradley, and I pray that someone gets fired, so sick of the rebuilding talk. And exactly, we've been rebuilding for like 2 World Cup cycles, okay? It's just starting to get old and ridiculous, the talk of rebuilding. You don't rebuild for that long. You should have already been rebuilt and starting to find your way upwards and not in a stagnant pace. Heartbreak, throw the whole goddamn team out. And then someone said, really curious if U.S. Soccer will want to bring Klinsmann back maybe in a consulting role. And I said I would laugh in their face if I was Jurgen. If Jurgen, did they come to Jurgen saying, hey, you want to consult about, I would say, get out of here, man. Keep paying me my money and get out of here. Let's be real, though. Let's talk about these players. A lot of them, except probably Pulisic, Yedlin, there's some young players. They need to go, man. They need to go. Bradley, gotta go. Tim Howard and Dempsey, I'm pretty sure are done, so I won't say. Altidore, I'm on the fence still about. He played pretty good, but that's because he had Pulisic supplying him, so I don't know what the deal is. But, you got to throw the whole team out, man. The whole team's got to go. There was no heart, no passion, no sense of urgency. The fact that I saw a video of a ball boy for, I can't even remember what country it was. I think it was like Panama or something. And they were up, running and kicking the ball into the stands with more urgency than the United States national team had with the chance of getting to a World Cup, says everything you need to know about how this team's mindset was. I talked to one of my friends, his name's Duff, on Twitter about it. He said that Bruce Arena set them up to take the draw. And I said, Bruce Arena gets most of the credit, but if you're the players and you know you need to win, you don't play for a draw. No matter what your coach says, if you need a win to guarantee you get to the World Cup, you go out and win. And you don't go out here and just play like absolute shit for 90 minutes. Honestly, most of these players need to just stay in Trinidad. Don't come back. If they're already back, damn. But don't come back to the United States. Because, it's sounding really harsh. A bunch of bums, man. Just a bunch of bums. One job. The most important thing you needed to do is get to the World Cup. You couldn't get there, and it was in your hands. You were in prime position. I think I saw somewhere they had like a 95% chance of qualifying before the game. And the one scenario happened, and it's their own fault. No one's fault but theirs. I listened to a rant from Taylor Twellman, who I cannot stand, but he was so right. It's up on ESPN FC. I'll link it down in the description below. He's so right about everything he said. It's one of the most embarrassing times. It's probably the most embarrassing time for United States soccer in history. Okay, let's be real. The most embarrassing time for United States soccer in history. Whole team's got to go. We need to change from top to bottom. We need to start focusing on youth development. Look what Germany did. They trusted their youth. They let them grow as a team and gel as a team and start to trust each other. They won their U21 under U21 Euros, and they were going on, and they grew to success, and look what happened. It ended up in the ultimate goal, World Cup. Do I think the United States and the youth programs could get to a World Cup? No. Not get to the World Cup. They can win a World Cup? No. But at least it could show that we have some drive and some initiative and that we want to win one. At this point, it just seemed like Bruce Arena was picking favorites and then going, Yeah, just go out there and remember the good old days. Go out there and just play like that. Don't worry about it. And I went on Twitter and I asked some of my friends to give me their opinions on the national team. My friend Nate said this: MLS is doomed. Soccer in the U.S. has the potential to be as irrelevant as it was in the 80s because of this. I mean, I probably agree. Listen, a lot of the United States soccer fans don't want to actually care about soccer until the World Cup rolls around every 4 years. So the fact that the U.S. isn't going to be in the World Cup is going to hurt them so much. My friend Andy said, now will be the true test as to which markets are truly diehards and which are along for the ride. It's true. My friend Duff said this: blow up the system. Youth development should be looking for the best players, not the ones who can afford it. Also true. And it's just, yeah, it's time to throw the old guard out. All these players that have been overhyped, overhyped, overrated. They come back to the MLS, get paid all this money, think that they're God's gift to this earth in terms of soccer, and they're trash, actually, in reality, and they couldn't make it in Europe, so they had to run back over here. I'm looking at you, Josie, out the door. Michael Bradley. I mean, and I'll say this again, and it's probably unfair, and I'm going to get a lot of hate because he's like people's favorite player. Clint Dempsey. Where was he when we needed them most? Huh? Where was Captain America? Where was the, what people like to say so-called greatest player in the United States probably history yet? At the moment, not overall, because we all know who that's going to go to. It's going to be Pulisic. Where was he? Nowhere to be found. All I needed was one goal. Pulisic did his job yesterday, and he's the only one. The single person on that pitch that did their job was Christian Pulisic. And that's sad. When he's the youngest out of the group and he's the man out there, he's being the man and being the only one playing like a man, you have a problem. Build around Pulisic, things will get better. But at the moment, things are bad. And they always say things have to be worse before they get better. Something like that, right? That's a saying or something, I think. I don't know. But this has been a really long rant, and I had a lot to get off my chest in regards to the national team. But such a disappointment, such an embarrassment. Ridiculous. Content like this isn't always on my channel, so if you stayed all the way till the end and you'd like to subscribe, check out some more of my videos on my channel. It might be more of your taste. I want to know your thoughts on the national team, though, so let me know down in the comments below. I think I've been pretty clear in my thoughts, so yeah. As always, non-majors go. See you guys next time.